Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now today I wanted to talk about saving money. How can you put more money in your pocket at the end of the month? So anything that would give me $100, $200 extra in my pocket at the end of the month, I am all for. Now if you stop buying these things, you will see real results in your pocket. So if you implement those changes, I promise you that you will see more money in your pocket. Now the first thing is lunch and breakfast. This is very basic. If you buy breakfast and lunch every day when you go to work, this could run you anywhere from $40 to $50. Now, you may think that's a lot of money, but let's think about it. If you go to your regular coffee shop and get a coffee and maybe a sandwich or a pastry, that will cost you at a minimum $10. Then you get your lunch, so you get a salad, which is about $15 right now. Everything is so crazily expensive. And then you get maybe a drink, that will cost you about $20. You maybe snack in the afternoon and get something to munch on after a meeting or towards the end of the day. That's an extra $5. So at the end of the day, you've spent about $40 just on lunch and breakfast. Now, this is a lot of money if you think about it, because if you're going to work and you're going to spend at least $40 every day, this will be $200 at the end of the week just on breakfast and lunch. Now, if you can stop buying breakfast and lunch, it's gonna save you at least $200 in a week. That could be $800 in a month. So you can see where there are opportunities for you to save money if you can stop buying lunch and breakfast. Pack a lunch, pack a breakfast, pack a quick sandwich in the morning and eat it in your car as you drive in, and then pack a lunch you can eat with your friends at work or at your desk to avoid this extra expense. The next thing that I would recommend that you stop buying is fast fashion. Now, fast fashion is usually trendy, so it's anything that's in the news right now or you see people wearing and you decide, I need to get that. And usually with fast fashion, the quality is just not there. Now, it may be cheap for you to get these things because they're trendy right now, so it's not going to cost you a lot of money, but then the usage that you get out of these items is very minimal because once you wash it once or twice, you can't even wear it because the quality is so bad. So if you can stop spending money on these trendy items that may look cheap but actually cost you more because you keep needing to replace them, you would see some real savings there. The next item would be a gym membership. Now, if you do go to the gym, 5 days a week, 3 to 4, 5 days a week, then that's good. Good for you. You are probably in the minority. If you're not using your gym membership and you're not getting the maximum utility out of it, then maybe you don't need it. Perhaps you can invest in some home equipment that you can work out at home and it's right there for you to use whenever. It's a one-time investment, so you're not paying for it month to month. And that way you're not losing your money on something that you actually do not use. So again, if you signed up for a gym membership at the beginning of the year because you had a New Year's resolution, but you've hardly been there, I think it's time to cancel it. The next item is subscriptions. I think I speak for everyone when I say that we all have the subscriptions that we do not use and we've forgotten about them. So if you can go through your credit card statement or your bank statement and look at recurring charges for things that you may not even be thinking about. So maybe you have a recurring subscription for $5.99 that you've forgotten about. Go through your statement. It may not be substantial in some cases. It could be $19.99 a month, or it's $20 a month that you're paying for a subscription that you're not using. So go through your statement, look at recurring charges, ask yourself, hey, is this something that I need or can I cancel it? And that's obviously an opportunity for you to save more money. So any subscription that's not giving you any value, please do cancel. The next item is warranties. Now, anytime you go to the store to buy electronics, furniture, they're going to try to upsell you on a warranty. And often you actually don't use that warranty because either the damage that's been done on whatever it is that the warranty is supposed to cover, it doesn't actually cover it. So the warranty that actually doesn't work for you. Or the equipment that you have a warranty on, the value of what you're paying the warranty actually does not equate to the equipment. So think about this anytime you buy an item at the store and they try to upsell you on the warranty. Is it worth it? Will you end up needing it? I mean, obviously in some cases you may need it, so this is something you need to evaluate. But for most warranties, I have found that either you can't use them when you need them, or by the time you actually need them, the value of the item that you are trying to cover is just not there anymore. This is a high ticket item, cable. Now, if you do not get the value of the cable programming that you pay for, I suggest that you probably cut back on the package that they offer you. So go through the package that they offer you and ask yourself, do you actually get the watch time that you're paying for? Because you could be paying for all these premium channels that you actually don't end up watching. And I have actually done that. I went and I looked at the premium channels that were on my cable subscription and I decided, hey, If it's an HBO program that I need to watch, I don't need to pay for it throughout the year because it's seasonal. So I only need to watch it maybe for 3 months out of the year, and I could probably watch it within a weekend if I wanted to. So I don't need to pay for that subscription for that premium channel every month. So go through your package and look at options that you have paid for that you probably don't need. If you're not getting the watch time out of those subscriptions that you make on your cable package, please do cancel them. And cable can run you up pretty high, and you don't need it. I don't think you need it. So if you can cut back on your cable, this is one of the high ticket items that could save you a lot of money. The next item is falling for sale. So anytime you see a sale for a holiday, you hop on it, even for things that you don't need. I think this is something that you need to internalize for yourself to say, hey, do I need more clothes? Do I need more shoes? Do I need more electronics? Is the Thanksgiving sale actually valuable to me? Because you actually have these items already in your home, so you don't need to replace them. So stop falling for these sales that they send you every month because you probably don't need those items. The next item is constant upgrades. Now, a lot of times when there's a new iPhone or there's a new item that they're trying to get you to buy, you hop on it and it's going to cost you at least $1,000 to replace something that's already working for you. So if it's an upgrade that you actually don't need, then don't do it the upgrade. You don't need it. And I promise you, even when it sounds free, it's not free. You are paying for it month to month. Actually, you could take some time and look at your phone bill and see if there's a monthly charge that they charge you for your iPhone. It may look free, but you're actually paying that $30 to $40 per month to replace your iPhone. So if it's an upgrade that you don't need, if you have a fully functional phone, avoid those upgrades because you don't need them and they can cost you a lot of money month to month. And this is money you can use for investing, you can save it. It's money that you can put in your pocket versus paying it to somebody else. The next item is bottled water. Now, this may sound like such a simple thing. However, buying bottled water, first of all, it's bad for the environment with all those plastics, but you could get water out of your fridge. You have a fridge, you can put a filter in the fridge and you can stop buying water. Now, over the summer, water can get expensive. Actually, in my grocery store, there's a particular brand that you cannot buy in the summer because it sells so quickly. However, it's just water. If you can get a filter in your fridge, you can save a ton of money not buying water. So that is something else that you can save money on. The other item is lost groceries. Now, we as Americans waste a lot of money on food because we buy so much and then we end up trashing it. And it's so bad, especially with global warming, with so many people out there who don't have enough, and yet we end up trashing food. So every time you go shopping, have a food list, have a meal plan so that you buy only what you need and you don't end up trashing those groceries. And they can tend to be very expensive, especially right now with inflation. Everything is so expensive. So if you're buying things that you're going to end up trashing, I would avoid that. If you can cut your grocery budget by even half, that would be great savings because $100 actually doesn't get you a lot in groceries now. So if you can look at what you're buying every week and if you're wasting things, then you can find ways to save on groceries. And again, don't go to the grocery store when you're hungry because you are going to buy things that you do not need. The next item is food delivery. A lot of people right now, with the pandemic, got used to having their food delivered to them. However, those charges can run you pretty high. I've seen a I've seen a delivery fee that's been like $10, and that's exclusive of the fee. So you're buying food that's already very expensive, and then you're having to pay this huge delivery fee to get your food delivered, where you could actually maybe make food in your home or go pick it up yourself. So if you can save money, especially if you're a family or if you're a person who likes to order food a lot, go pick it up. I know it's convenient to have it delivered to you, but it could get very expensive. So think about that. That could be an opportunity for you to save also. Next item goes along with that, and that's dining out all the time. I am not opposed to going out and having a nice meal outside with your friends, with your family. However, if this is something you do all the time with brunches, with dinners, this can get expensive. Now, a brunch will cost you maybe anywhere from $80 to $100. So if you do this every other weekend, so you have every weekend you're spending $100 on brunch and then you're spending another $100 on dinner. That's $200 just in one week. That could be $1,000 of money that you spent eating out that you could have saved. So eating out is good. Meeting out with your friends, going out with your friends every once in a while is great. I love it. However, if it's going to cost you $1,000 a month, I pause on that because that's money you could invest, you could use for other things, and really you do not need to be eating out every weekend. The next item is ATM fees. Now, if your bank charges you ATM fees, please leave that bank or find a way to not get charged for ATM fees. You should not get charged to get access to your own money that you have worked so hard for. Look for ways to get out of those ATM fees. They may not be a lot of money. They may be nominal in some instances where it's like $2. However, this is your money that they're charging you to use. So please, 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 if you can get out of that, stop using those ATMs that charge you fees or move your banks to somewhere that's more flexible. ATM fees. Along with that is bank fees. Now, if you have a service fee or a maintenance fee with your bank that charges you to have your money in their bank, maybe it's time to leave that bank. A lot of credit unions out there are pretty good with your money. They have great programs. They're not going to charge you a maintenance fee. They're not going to have you require you to have a large minimum balance for you to maintain that account. So think about that. Think about leaving your banks and going to institutions that do not charge you a service or a maintenance fee, because you're putting your money in their bank and they're earning interest on that money. So they shouldn't be charging you a fee for you to put your money in your bank. Look for an option that doesn't have service or maintenance fees. That is something you should never have to pay for. I would actually rather put my money in a safe in my house than put money in an institution that charges me to deposit my money with them. And along with that is overdraft fees. Again, please make sure you always have enough money before you spend your money. There's so many apps out there. With every institution actually has an app right now, I would think, so you can check how much your balance is before you spend money. And sometimes those overdraft fees can be very, very high with like a minimum of $30. So if you're going to pay $30 extra for your money, I would be very, very angry over that. So please just check if you have enough money in your account before using it. Make sure before you commit to something, you have money in your account to avoid overdraft fees. Along with that is late fees. If you are using a credit card, make sure that you make your payment on time. I hate late fees. They're usually upwards of $35 to $40. So can you imagine if you bought something on like a clothing website that was a deal for like $10 and then you get charged $40 in late fees? That's crazy to me. So make sure that you make your payments on time and avoid those late fees because they're not necessary. And that is something that you can control by making sure your payments are made on time. Lastly, along with that is foreign transaction fees. A lot of credit cards right now will charge you an annual fee, but then anytime you travel outside of the country, they're not going to charge you to use your card in ATMs outside of the country. So if you're a person who travels a lot, make sure your credit card allows for foreign transaction fees so that you don't pay any fees on anything that you spend outside of the country. And this can actually run up pretty high depending on how much you spend out there and if you use your credit card when you travel. So make sure that any credit card that you have has that reward program where you do not have to pay for a foreign transaction fee. And again, these are all things that are within your control, that if you stop buying or paying for them right now, you will see real money in your pockets at the end of the month. If you like this channel, please do share, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.